Hello, my name is Jeff Martin. I'm here with Alex from Tolemy Bio and Justin from GeminiBio. There's a new partnership that was arranged in the stars, apparently.
Yes.
So what's going on, guys?
Yeah, so again, Justin with GeminiBio. So we are actually partnering together, Tolemy and GeminiBio, as we're working with a lot of our customers within the cell therapy space, specifically around optimizing their media. So we are launching what we call aiMOS, so it's artificial intelligence media optimization services to help come along those customers, to help them optimize their media with a process-specific supplements to kind of help meet their goals. So,
yeah. So what are the two components here? You guys are the AI and you're the media? Or what's the arrangement?
Exactly. Yeah. So go ahead.
Absolutely. So we're the optimization engine, I guess, for the service. So at Tolemy, we're building a platform to be able to produce media that is designed specific for processes or products. So imagine a customer's working with a complex to produce T-cell or NK cell therapy. We work with them to design the perfect data types that we require for our AI engine. And then we predict optimal formulations in the form of supplements, novel compositions, let's say novel feed regimes, for instance. So we're now partnering with Gemini, who have the manufacturing capability to take that vision and those formulations from the bench all the way to GMP.
Exactly.
So sorry, I'm curious to know, what are the typical inputs that kind of train your models? You guys do your own, like where do you get the data from?
So the approach that we take for AI modeling of cells, we call it virtual cell modeling effectively. It's very mechanistic. So we have a lot of mechanistic priors that make up the models that we build. So core mechanisms of metabolism, gene regulation, and cell signaling.
Cool. Yeah.
And then we plumb those together to be able to say, okay, well, if we require a specific phenotype, let's say, we can tune a few dials and be able to predict the optimal pathways that we want to modify, and therefore formulations to build to modify those pathways. So it's very mechanistic. So don't think of this like ChatGPT. It's not. It's mechanistic and not foundational. So what we do is kind of minimal training data captured in the customer's process. So we capture 3 core data types. We capture RNA sequencing, metabolite analyses, so a variation of metabolomics, and process data, so cell counts, viability, etc.
Can you retroactively diagnose issues with current cell therapy manufacturing processes? Because there's some issues with lymph node trafficking, CCR7 expression, and some of the commercialized products. I would imagine that what you're doing might be able to come in and diagnose some of the issues and
absolutely
fix that.
So the platform we've built is really, it works from experimental histories all the way to prospective experiments. So collecting new data, but also harmonizing and understanding your existing experiments to understand, let's say, root cause analysis and why something might be going wrong in a product and process.
Okay, so moving to Gemini then. What is your core capabilities?
So basically, just like Alex had mentioned, once that supplement has been derived and developed, we come alongside the customer and then we're able to take that from an RUO platform to a GMP platform, right? So how do we scale that to meet their process development needs? How do we scale that to meet their commercialization needs? Putting it in a platform that ultimately helps optimize their manufacturing process holistically. So that's our capabilities to come alongside and enable those customers to do that.
And where are you based?
We're in West Sacramento, California.
California, okay. So then where is your optimal point of entry for a client? Is it in the lab or is it post IND? Where do you want to come in?
Actually I would say it's across the entire workflow. We have customers in research that are moving into IND that are trying to understand how they optimize their media holistically. We have customers that are moving into commercialization right now that they're trying to say, how do we have a platform that we know is consistent, that is scalable? So I'd say it's not a specific customer base.
Okay, so let me give you a scenario. Let's say we have an NK cell therapy company that's like, hey, we need to achieve robust memory phenotypes and have no idea how to do it optimally. Could they just kind of come to you with that sentence and say, do it for us, help us?
Correct. So the way that the service will work is obviously Gemini is acquiring the customer. They've got a huge customer base. What we then do once we have a second or third meeting is try to understand a bit more about the process. Where are your current bottlenecks? What does your process look like? How long is it? What is the manufacturing system that you're using? We then design a selection of data collection regimes around that process, so fitting within their existing process, capturing those 3 data types that I talked about, so RNA-seq, metabolomics and in-process data, cell counts, etc. For that process, we then obviously feed that data into our models without any prior context of the NK cell process that's being used.
Right.
It's all de novo, so
Yeah.
we can design supplements without any prior context.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you guys work with CROs at all? Or is it mainly just like CDMOs? What's your like ideal customer?
I would say across the board is primarily going to be developers, right? I mean, I'm
Okay,
sure
themselves,
yeah, that themselves are trying to figure out,
True.
how they're optimizing their overall workflow. So, and then at that point, they would then tech transfer that to a CDMO or whatever.
Sure.
But I would say for the most part, that's what we're working with.
Interesting. I could have used this in my PhD.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things where it's like I have to, to your point, I would need to think crazy.
Yeah.
I would need to think, what can I do to these things to get them to do what I need them to do?
Right.
Yeah.
I know what I want the endpoint to be, but
Right.
I have no idea. There could be a million different ways to manipulate the JAK-STAT pathway
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get these things to do this. And then on top of it, being able to make it with consistency, reliability, with GMP grade materials, forget it. I ain't doing that.
Correct.
So it seems like this is very, very needed. And I think that a lot of the issues with cell therapies currently is this problem. I think that a lot of it's like unknown phenotypic, consequences that we're not really thinking about. It's just like expand, inject,
Yeah,
expand, inject.
That's correct.
And it's like if we need to make sure that we're getting what we think we're getting.
Yeah, and the problem that we've seen is most people get their insights from literature. We're entering a new world. There is
Don't
no
get me started with the inconsistency of literature.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there is no. This is untapped biology. This is new biology. We're achieving something that's not been done before.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist in the literature. We need a discovery approach, and that's what this partnership is.
Yeah.
It's a discovery approach to understand your biology and deliver new biology. For
Yeah,
you.
and to be honest, I think that what you're describing, to do that traditionally would just take too much time, and it would be too complicated that you just wouldn't even do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
You'd say,
where
we're
to
just do what
start.
we get and do it. Exactly.
Yeah.
What do I even do?
And I think that's
right?
the beauty is this as well is, as we're engaging our customers, we're not asking them to come with gobs and gobs and gobs of data, right? We can start with where they're at, right?
Yep.
We incorporate Tolemy Bio and kind of their platform and how we're able then to come alongside the customer to try and build those models for them.
Yeah, that's excellent. Excellent. So what have you guys done so far? Anything, or is just that you guys kind of just started the partnership?
This is the launch. So
Oh.
Today.
I would,
Nice.
Welcome.
and I would say,
Where's the wedding?
Yes, exactly. So, and I think, why I'm excited about this is, as we've been engaging more and more of our customers, they're coming to us with more kind of solutions. Like
Yeah.
they're looking for solutions, they're looking for partnerships, and this gives us more of an ability to meet their overall needs as they're trying to streamline their processes, as they're trying to understand their processes more. Quite frankly, to even outsource it because they don't have the time or capabilities to do it in-house.
Right.
So,
Right. So, okay. What is the plan for outreach? Who do you want to talk to? How do we get the word out? What do you guys want to do?
yeah. So, I think right now we have a lot of customers within that cell therapy space, and when they have come to us with these type of questions, we didn't have anywhere to go. So,
Yeah.
I think ultimately right now for us, that's where we're starting. We're reaching out to our existing customer bases, our other customers, those that are doing, NK cells, T cells, cell therapy applications that are looking to optimize their media holistically.
Yeah.
And it gives them a starting point. And so that's what we want to do, right? We want to get the word out there. It's a very simple, like I said, that barrier of entry is quite low, right? We want to have an engagement with you, understand, what are the issues that you're running into, what are the
Yeah.
CQAs that you're trying to meet, and then bring in our partners with Tolemy Bio to be able to address those, right? And to come to you with an actual, hey, we think this is what's going to solve those issues.
Yeah.
Let's try it out and see if it works, right?
See, but even saying optimize your media, it's like underselling it almost.
Mm.
I feel like it's, this is way more than just, it is optimizing your media, but it's more like optimizing your endpoints.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Like you guys need
Yeah.
these phenotypes, and you're only going to get it if you have the right formulation of growth factors,
Yeah.
cytokines,
Yeah.
whatever else you need in there. That's interesting. So before you guys had the partnership, how did you get anything done?
I mean, we've been looking for a partner like Gemini for a long time. We actually met Gemini at the last Facilitate, so
Yes.
it's
wow.
come full
Full
circle.
circle.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
Here we are a year later.
Wow.
a year later. Yeah, so
This takes a long time, I guess.
yeah, indeed, and obviously we're an early stage startup, so it's a case of there's so many things ongoing. We're raising funding. We're kind of building technology. We're running experiments in our lab as well. So think things have taken a little bit of time, but yeah, we've been looking for that kind of perfect partner, and we found them.
Yeah,
Okay, so I guess sorry.
Like I said, we're to answer your question, we're very excited because we didn't have anywhere to go. Customers were coming to us with these type of inquiries, right?
it's like too much to swallow almost. Like, how do we do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where we've been really able to engage the customer has been around their workflow and optimizing, how they're getting products. We have unique custom capabilities in regards to packaging or closed systems. But when it came to like the media in itself, before Ptolemy, we didn't have that option. So this is something that obviously we're very excited about because it gives us now a full approach to helping solve and resolve some of those customers' concerns they have.
So what about Gemini stuck out the most to you guys? And then the next question is vice versa.
Yeah.
Why Ptolemy and not somebody else?
Yeah, absolutely. So I visited the facility in Sacramento back in February last year, and it was a really new facility, really like incredible GMP facility for everything down to I'm a computational biologist, right? I looked at a water tank and I saw a water tank, but it was an incredible facility for all the way from the water to the preparation. So yeah, it was kind of the operational efficiencies that they clearly had, and then also this overlap where Gemini doesn't have the internal development we do, and vice versa. So it just was kind of a perfect
match made in
heaven.
Stars.
Yes. And I think for us, it really is like two puzzle pieces coming together.
Yeah.
Like Alex mentioned, their capabilities around their platform and developing media, and our capabilities around manufacturing, in a customizable GMP environment. Again, like I said, it really was two puzzle pieces coming together. And that was what was interesting to us. Mm-hmm. And also the ability to engage customers and come up with solutions that isn't necessarily changing their base media, saying how are we coming alongside to improve upon that. So that was very appealing to us as well.
Yeah, and give them like that insurance that going forward you're going to have what you need
to
scale up, get this thing into patients.
Correct.
Exactly. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about? I think that's. I mean, like I'm really excited to see. I guess where do you guys see it going? Like now that it's officially formed, what's your ideal like next 6 months look like?
Yeah, I would say we're going to be, now that we've launched this, we put out a press release. Really engaging and helping the customers understand, what the capabilities are. I would say the next step for us is, reaching out to those customers to start that initial phase, right? The design phase is what we would call it. We want to understand, what hurdles are you coming across? What work are you doing? What cell lines are you working with?
Yeah.
And so ultimately we can come back to you, I would say relatively quickly, to say, hey, we think we have an option for you.
Yeah.
And the beauty of this too is it's not theoretical. We're going to be able to give you something that's tangible that you're going to be able to test, see if it works for you, and then we can scale that accordingly. So that will be the next kind of focus for us, is we're getting the word out there. We've again done a press release. Obviously we have the commercial engine of GeminiBio out engaging, but if there's other customers, we have a whole kind of process and technical engagement team ready to go to kind of help drive those conversations with the customers.
Nice.
And our model's already built, so we're ready to go.
It's like, we're done.
We're done.
It's all on you guys.
Yes. Go do it.
We need data now.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm excited for it, man.
Yeah,
that sounds
we're very
like a lot of
excited.
fun.
We
all
are.
right.
Thank you.
Well, it's good talking to you guys.
Yeah.